Now, I know Christopher Nolan loved it and said it's unlike any other show that he's ever seen, and that's quite the reigning endorsement, but I personally, I don't get it. I know, man. Something about it, all I'm trying to say is that, if I'm being completely honest, no holds barred, being cast as the tiny guy, the guy on the curse, truly, I'm never seen any other way than, oh, hey there, hi there, who there. That's the little ass guy with the little ass dick. Just some little dum-dum, right? Mm. And I mean that, and I do very much mean that. And I'm not I'm not doing some bit where I'm refusing to acknowledge the very clear, distinct line between fact and fiction. Like, I can't process the two. I can see the division between art and reality. I can sit back and I can watch Mike and Dave meet wedding dates without thinking Zac Efron and Adam Devine are actually brothers. Okay,
wait, those guys are definitely brothers.
No,
dude.
That's the thing. They're not.
Mike and Dave are brothers.
I can watch that and I can make, you know what? No, I just know it's a movie. This isn't true. There's no way Zac Efron and Adam Devine are fucking related. Not a shot in God's green earth.
Brothers.
But in this particular field, in this particular issue, with this exact, subset of issues we're facing, it's a little different. You wanna know why?
Why is that?
It's your fucking dick, man. Honestly, it's really the implication. Because really, I think if you had given me the over-under before that ghastly reveal of Nathan Fenderlendbenders Pepperoncino, I truly think I would have taken the over. And maybe it's that annoying voice in the back of my head.
That's not the size of a penny.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, if you give me the over-under on the Pepperoncino, I would have think I've taken the over. And again, maybe that's the fucking, the voice of females annoying chirping past in my head. And that, stupid response where you hear the girls like, oh, yeah, dude, lanky guy, big fucking dick. Dude, lanky fucking little twerp, dude, giant hog of a penis, right?
I thought it was you being a good guy, hoping your fellow brother
No.
loaded.
Maybe it was that. I have no idea of knowing. In my opinion, if you put a gun in my mouth, you put one in my ass and one in my mouth, and you said you pull till you hit click, and like, is this dude above average or below? Like, I'm talking maybe above?
It's definitely way above. He's lanky.
I would have taken the over. Because, like I said, in the back of my head, lanky guy, big fucking cock.
Everybody knows that.
Massive, fat fucking... That's why he's so thin. No muscle mass of the bones or anything. It's just a fat fucking cock. That's what they call a boner. All right? You know what guys say I'm big boned?
That's what they're talking
There's other
about.
guys who are big cocked. Okay?
I'm neither.
But I genuinely... Yeah, I'm actually super thin. With... aforementioned Pepperoncino.
That's the curse. That's actually what the curse is about.
That's actually what the curse is. That's what the curse is called. They're calling it the curse. It was like some 1996 The Craft shit. Robin Tooney's gonna be on the screen, right? For Zuka Balk, whatever happened to her. No. This genuinely could quite possibly be simplified down to, like, when you do like division in school and it's like you have to cut. There's a term now. There's a term for this. There is.
The least common denominator.
Is that what it is when you're constantly going down in fractions?
I don't know.
I don't think that's the same thing. I think that's a different math term. I think it's also from 6th grade algebra, but I don't think it's the right part of algebra.
I think it is.
It's when you constantly it's reducing fractions.
That's what I said.
Yeah, you said the least common denominator. So, but no, I do think I would have taken the over, okay? Especially after that. I would have taken the over on how large the penis is, okay?
You talking about just the head?
No, the whole thing, the shaft, the balls, the head,
the
all of it.
Package.
I genuinely, if you told me to pick, I would have said, yeah, probably, honestly, probably the over.
Average size.
Especially after the scene when he told off that nosy fucking news anchor, thinking her shit don't stink. That made me fucking sick.
Dude, I thought the guy had a python.
Right then, in that moment, what's this guy? For a second, I was like, well, no, I'm interested. The first 10 minutes, well, this is a show. Then I'm thinking, whoa.
Hey, this guy's dick must be huge.
This guy's dick must be huge. Maybe this is a good show.
What's going on with this guy?
This guy must have a giant fucking penis. Turns out, guys, you watch the show a little further, maybe you find out that the curse is the lack thereof.
I don't want to spoil something, so I know what you're going to get to. But
then don't. How about that?
Let me know when you do the reveal, okay? Because I have something to say about the reveal.
Fine, okay? But no, really, sincerely, during that scene, when his voice dropped in tone and he leans into that bitch with a capital B for bitch, okay? When he's like, wipe that face off your head, bitch.
Dude, that was so cool when he said that.
When he said that to her, okay, and he leaned in, I was like, God, I was all in on him, okay? And of course, at the time, I must very admit, I assumed he had the very least an acceptable penis.
Acceptable.
Trust me, okay? If I had known prior, okay, I would have seen right through his little facade, and this guy's just, he's playing with house money, okay? Turns out, again, I was in the dark here, all right? I had no idea that the curse was so, heartbreaking of a curse. And side note, though, I also do, I have only watched the first episode, right? So I've watched most of the first episode. But my side note, I do really also hope that his anger and his, pent up whatchamacallit, I really hope it isn't going to be chalked down up exclusively to like the equation of tiny dick equals angry boy. It seems a little rudimentary.
Do you think it was tiny before that girl at the supermarket?
No, I think she shrunk it actively. I think when he went into Subway and she was like, bitch, fuck you, and he was like, God, I guess you're right, fuck me. I think it kept progressively shrinking throughout the entire scene.
$100 a joke.
Exactly. And then it's like, he's like, for each $10 I put in, I lost an inch. It was horrifying. But really, I do think, the equation of tiny dick equals angry boy is a little too low-hanging fruit that you'd be almost a fool to even pick.
I know, dude. I'm pretty angry. My dick is so small.
It's a little too quasi-something. I'm not sure. Robbie, let's not make it about you, all right?
I have the curse. Okay, I am cursed.
But no, I really do mean it, though, because the only way I'll ever see this man is face, tiny penis, piss.
I know.
That's the one.
That's the thing I'm
going to look at
about.
him. Face, tiny penis, piss.
Dude,
and I'll never see him any other way, because realistically, how could I possibly, right? And I'm not even looking at it in some, Neanderthal, but still actually entirely valid point about how, the entire well of women wanting to fuck him after the curse with, without question has entirely gone dry. And I don't care if he has a wife or if he has, any intentions in the slightest of getting some fucking the curse Fallout pussy that's so far removed from my actual point. He should still, such as any red-blooded man, want to be wanted. To feel a little desirable. And it's a nice and great luxury when you're walking out and about and a woman happens to just fucking look at you just long enough to conjure up in your whorish little head that you can say to yourself, hey, she must think I look good naked. But now, on the flip side, this Nathan guy, he's going to have this weird, sick, psychotic, grueling, vicious, and most of all, unfucking forgiven existence in which those supplemental pick-me-ups throughout the day of, hey, she's cute, does she think I'm cute? They're going to be fucking replaced by these cruel, incessant mental floggings of the pencil prints thinking, is that fucking bitch thinking about how tiny my dick is right now?
It's the real curse of it.
Do you know how hard it's going to be to walk up and down? Imagine going to the outlet mall. Okay, he bought a new jacket. He found a watch he likes. This is a good deal. I feel very accomplished today. A woman looks at him slightly too long, and now he's thinking, is she attracted to little weird, men boys, or does she watch the curse and think, oh my God, is that guy with a tiny penis?
He was like, I took this role, think I could finally show off my dick. Girls are gonna love me, and no one's flocking to me.
No one. But now again, it's just a sick, twisted little fucking game he's now created where he can't walk on the street without thinking, oh my God, they know. Oh my God, they know. Oh my God, they know. You know who knows what's going on? That guy from Final Destination 3, the one who's from Pretty Little Liars who said ignorance is bliss. He knew what was going on.
That's why he never saw his dick in Pretty Little Liars.
Exactly. That's why they never once cut to a shot of his tiny, tiny pepperoncino pissing out a fucking goddamn stream and a half.
There's nothing more terrifying than watching piss come out of the dick.
Dude, I'm getting into that, okay? Because I do assume that it was art. A prosthetic.
It's just art.
Okay? Dude. Dear God, I pray to Alanis Morissette that it was, because if it wasn't, well then, Nathan shouldn't even be allowed to stand in the same room as Emma Stone, let alone simulate the sex with her. Okay? Because if that was a moment where they're like, all right, so here, Nate, we got you this fake. He's like, no. Trust me, we don't need no fake. Save your money. We already made it. Save your money. We already made it. Save your money. All right. I am good to go. All-righty then. No. Okay.
This guy's way too eager to piss on camera.
He's way too. Yeah. It's like, guys, I've been. We put a tube through and you can. No. I have to pee. Do you want to piss on camera?
Do I really want to piss on camera?
Why else would I have wrote the show? Obviously, I wanted to piss on camera. I'm a sick, deviant little piece of shit.
I wrote this entire show on the premise of me pissing on camera.
And, yeah, sure, Mark Wahlberg, he did in fact wear a fake dick in Boogie Nights, but it was, a magnum-sized dong, and it was well lit, and it was not pissing like a fucking racehorse. And guess what, Nate? Mark Wahlberg, he's a family guy now, sure, but you know what he gets to do that you don't get to do? He gets to lay down at night, go to bed with a smile on his face, thinking there's probably at least one relatively hot woman out there somewhere in the Midwest flicking the fucking bean about my fucking 13-inch funky fucking cock.
And even though
Nate, on the other hand, is thinking, oh my gosh, Showtime sent me the numbers, and there's like a record-breaking 18 people watching the Showtime program. That means there's at least 18 women who think I have a tiny penis. I don't think he thought this very far ahead.
I don't think he thought it far ahead at all. Because every woman thinks that Marky Mark's hung.
Every woman in the world is like, Mark Wahlberg obviously has a gigantic cock. And Marky Mark, that confident little Maroose motherfucker, what does he do? He goes on to talk shows every 5 years, and he forces the questionnaire to ask him a question.
Yeah, what was your time on
and
the
be
other
like,
guys?
hey, was that? I gotta ask you. I've been meaning to ask you this since 1996. Was that actually in fact your very long but not very thick penis in Boogie Nights?
Yes, it was.
And he's like, yeah, it was, I'll be honest, it was a prosthetic, but like, it wasn't doing too much extra work. And it's like, oh, that's interesting. Then why didn't you just pull your actual dick out, Mark Wahlberg?
Family man.
Because I'm a family man. Because I have to be in a movie called Father Stew. And what kind of father pulls his dick out publicly?
Not a good one.
No. And then there's, the opposite of Mark Wahlberg, the antithesis of what you might. There's our friend Nathan. He just does the complete opposite, goes left instead of right. He digs himself into a hole and really just paints himself into the smallest of corners. The absolute smallest of corners. His little dick is going to be known coast to coast better than butter and toast, Robbie. Okay? And again, I don't know a lot about him, but this is a pretty sad,
All we know about him is he's a really tiny
existence. Exactly. I told you, face, little dick, piss.
And all I'm ever going to associate with this guy is he's got the world's smallest penis.
And again, for everyone listening, keep in mind, I only watched the first episode, so I could be wildly off and really just making a mountain out of a molehill here. But not needle dick, right?
You've heard of character growth? We actually get to watch the
This is actually character
of his
regression.
cockroach.
Yeah, exactly. It gets smaller each scene. And Emma just keeps saying, she's like, no, I know it was small, but like this seems a little silly at this point. It's getting smaller. He's like, no, I think it's getting bigger because you're so pretty, Emma. And then he just finger blasts her against the bed as he, I can't even imagine he jerks it. From what they presented to us, I imagine it's more of just like an open palm motion or just like essentially overstimulating his, we can say this, we can say his undersized penis, his oversized clit. Find the middle ground here for the guy. Maybe he's like, maybe the women aren't looking at my tiny penis. They're thinking, wow, he must have a giant clit. That's even better. That's fantastic.
Dude, I think you have a clit works.
He's like, no, I'm almost certain because I rub it left and right instead of stroking it up and down. Just like a vagina. I don't know, Nathan, have you ever seen a vagina? Yeah, there's two balls on the bottom.
Dude, this guy sounds like he has such a problem with this curse.
It's a curse, man. And it's not one of those cool things where a girl's like, you're so good with your words, and you're like, yeah, it's a gift and a curse. No. This is a curse, okay? This is like the family curse you hear about where it's like, my father and his father before him.
Your family's a line of werewolves, Scott.
Dude, he wishes. You know how much happier this guy would be if he was like, oh, yeah, I have to go buy beer and flash my red eyes at him and then become a TV show on MTV in 40 years. Be a lot simpler of a lifestyle.
A lot simpler. And you know what? Scott McCall's probably got a massive dong.
No, dude. Tyler Posey wishes, man. All right.
I'm talking OG.
I watched,
Scott
dude.
McCall.
No. Okay, you can tell. Every girl in the world's like, I can tell. You just get the vibe. You can just imagine the exact size. It's just like,
Not
look at
for
the guy
me
and I can just see
anymore.
it. Yeah, my point was, okay, that shit starts in adolescence, man, okay? The doctor says to you, this kid's going to be 6'5", he'll be a pro athlete, right?
Yeah.
same thing goes on. Okay, so when you're watching Made in Manhattan, you see that little punk ass like 12-year-old Tyler Posey. You're like, that kid's a loser. His dick will never get bigger. He fucking sucks.
No, during his physical, the doctor's like, oh, he's gonna be a 12-incher for sure.
No, the opposite. He said this guy is not going to be coming anywhere near 12 inches, more like 2 inches.
Based on how your son's growing thus far, he's gonna be in the 99 percentile.
No, I don't know why you're championing and slogging on Tyler Posey so much. Tyler Posey's a loser. Okay,
awesome
if you came to me and said Dylan O'Brien 12-inch cock, I'd be like, well, listen, all right, maybe not 12, but certainly 7, 8, 9 in that realm. But Tyler Posey guaranteed one pump chump. Okay, that's why Crystal Reed quit the show. She said, you know what, guys, I felt it. Honestly, it broke the chemistry. I can't act anymore. I'm not that talented. That's why I was only in this one show in Crazy Stupid Love. I'm not that good.
She's in Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling's like, you want to have sex with me? And she's like, I'd fucking, you know what? Tyler Posey has the tiniest penis. I would love to have sex with you.
That's crazy, dude. Emma Stone's in Crazy Stupid Love.
Wow, this really did come full circle. This honestly shows how even when we're off, we're actually on.
We're never off.
This is one of those. This is actually one. This is in fact one of those. Yeah, it's a gift and a curse. This is one of those. However, as I was saying, not Needle Dick, right? The Safdie brother. Which Safdie brother? Like I said, a Safdie brother. That one. He is, I think, the best part of the show. Of course, excluding Emma Stone, who miraculously just manages to get better looking every time you see her. And
that's the gift.
That's the gift that keeps on giving. Now that's not even that's not the situation where it's. Wow, this is a gift but a curse. That's just a gift. And it's not the weird Jason Bateman, Joel Edgerton, the gift where it's not really a gift. No. This is like a gift. Okay, how the fuck is it where they're like blonde hair looks phenomenal, red hair looks phenomenal, look like an absolute moron, looks great, look actually attractive, pulls it off. Everything in between.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good gift. Almost the exact opposite of the curse.
Almost the exact opposite, yeah. No, so, if you exclude that part of it, excluding that very nice part of the show, that is actually the reason why I watched it in the first place. If you exclude that, right, whichever Safdie brother that guy in fact is, he's lights out.
He's great.
That one moment.
It's actually stupid how good he is.
The one part, again, only watched the first episode, so this is a very small sample size we're pulling from. You're like, that's weird. They're only talking a lot about the first, 25 minutes. Well, what can I tell you?
Once you see a dick piss, you really don't know what to do with yourself.
Once you see a dick piss, and then you adjust to what you're seeing, and then a minute later there's a second penis.
An even smaller one.
Don't spoil anything. All right, maybe they're watching it along with the first 25 minutes. Like, I haven't seen any cocks yet. This is just a show about HGTV. Also, though, keep in mind, imagine if Turk's dick, that's what I'm saying. Dude, hell yeah. Fucking Turk has that's why she left him. She's too hot for him.
Dave, lover to listed.
They're like, oh my, she's like, why do I want to date this jerk? He's got thyroid cancer. He's got a thimble of a penis. But no, that one scene where they're walking around, it's like, just keep laughing, smile. I told you a funny joke. Remember, keep smiling, right? You're laughing. That's so funny. That's so funny. They're trying to find the signal.
That was phenomenal.
That was phenomenal. And it's like, it begs the question. It's like, I'm sorry. Weren't you the not actor here? Again, why are you still in the show, guy? Whichever Safdie you are, why are you being selfish?
Dude, you can't write and direct and just act and be great at all of it, dude. You can't.
Stay in your lane.
Stop fucking filming tiny things and tiny things.
Now, however, as good as he is, okay, if he isn't revealed, again, only saw the first episode, not even.
No, he's definitely.
If he isn't revealed to be playing a character that they co-wrote together to also have a gherkin between his presumably very, very, very pale thighs, then he's an absolute monster of a man and should undeniably be stoned. Because that snippet we saw in that YouTube video, the one that made us want to check the show out in the first place, right? Mm-hmm. About this and that.
How did that guy mention?
That was a great video.
Dick stuff?
That's a great question, because that was a great video where he, it was a good video. What was the channel? Fucking beats me. What was he talking about? Really, at this point, it escapes me. Yeah. But I know he mentioned a lot. He never mentioned the penis. He mentioned he was like, good color work, great shot composition, phenomenal direction. And he managed to ixnay on the penis and never once said a single part about it. So when that whipped out in front of me and my mother, I was a little upset. I was like, this guy, that asshole on YouTube didn't mention nothing about this.
Well, he didn't want to spoil the premise.
HGTV and HGTV, and I thought about, I have nothing. So many fun Saturday mornings of watching HGTV with my mother. I don't recall ever seeing David's cock pop out on Love It or List It.
Are you going to love it?
I don't remember him saying, guys, listen, you can either stay in this house you create memories in, or you can buy this house and your memory's right here. And I remember him pulling his dick out, like, you want to suck it? It's 2 inches. I remember that happening.
That's unlimited.
What's her name? I really feel sick. Hillary?
Hillary.
Good. I really feel sick that David came to me so easily. Like, oh, David from 11. I'm like, who's the hot piece of tail? I know David. I know David's there. Who's the woman? And again, I've seen a bunch of them. I don't recall when they go to fucking Brooklyn and they're like, hey, get 3 pieces of furniture, make it nicer.
A flea market flip?
Flea market flip,
actually
yeah.
Flea market fuck.
I don't recall where it's like, all right, listen, all right, sure, you could buy it for $250, or you can buy it for $300, and I'll show you my pecker. That never happened. So again, when this person's on YouTube saying, it's an HGTV Showtime show, it's a romp for the family, I didn't think nothing of it. Turns out, not a romp for the family. This is not HGTV. This is the not HGTV XXX porn parody starring James Dean as Jerry Seinfeld. This is a very, very different endeavor. Okay. But again, okay. Mm-hmm. If that's sad, whatever Safdie brother that is, if that asshole
Phil Safdie
was all just, we just respected each other's work and we became friends, and then through our appreciation of each other's ideas, we wanted to work together more and we created this project together. Okay? All that rah, good times, kumbaya shit, that was fucking nonsense. And in reality, he surely fucking hates this Nathan guy so much that he orchestrated this entire thing just to humiliate him.
Nate actually thought they were going with the Boogie Nights ending. He's like, no, this is better.
No. It's like the reverse Boogie Nights.
I don't know whichever Safdie brother you're. I don't like
whichever
this
Safdie
idea.
this is. He's like, listen, what's my point? Okay, if he didn't write the part where he also has the world's tiniest penis, he's a terrible human being.
No,
okay? I watched that part where he suddenly doesn't have long hair and a goatee and he's clean cut with a sweater on, talking at some panel with his legs crossed, right? Mm. I saw it. I listened, and he could not go on. We're just such phenomenal friends, I really love everything he's created, and he loves what I've created, and we thought how fun it would be to create something together.
Also, everything he's created. Who the fuck is Tiny Penis Guy? Dude, I've never seen him for my life.
Such a good point. We'll get to that in a second.
I have no fucking clue who this guy is.
Before we get into who Nathan Fenderlendbender is, okay?
I've never heard of this guy, and I will never ever think he doesn't have anything but a small
The only
dick.
acceptable options are either A, he created a character who, in fact, also has a gherkin for a penis, right? Mm-hmm. Or is that he instead flips the script, okay? Puts it on its head. No pun intended.
That was funny.
And he instead writes it where his character actually, in fact, has a humongous penis, just to really, really belittle that Nathan guy just a little further along, right to the edge of completion.
I really think that's what happens.
I'm hopeful. Again, only watched the first part. Only watched a large majority of a decent. I watched some of the first episode. I've come to all these conclusions.
We basically got the whole story with the whole curse. We know what the curse is.
Yeah, we know it's tiny penis.
So we kind of got the whole gist.
It's a little schmeckle. It's just tiny little schwanz. He's like, is that racist to say that about this guy in particular? It could be. Now, I also really didn't like the part where he submitted to the news lady when he bent the knee. That scene in Subway we mentioned earlier, we alluded to it, where we foreshadowed it.
That was good writing, dude.
I really didn't like the condescending little accident she is and how he was just like, yeah, no, you're right. I'm so sorry for how I acted earlier. When in actuality, he should have absolutely flipped the fucking table, or at the very least, thrown a fucking drink in her face.
That would have been better.
That would have been a cooler scene, and I would have doubled down. I'd been like, dude, I'm putting all in. He has a giant penis. Okay, at that point, they had me at the fucking balls, okay? I was 2 strokes away from just shooting everywhere, gushing my life out of me, okay? I was about to be 3 pounds lighter. As they edged me, telling me this entire time. You know how all shows start for me? Okay? You think when Tony's talking about the ducks, I'm thinking about duck. No, I'm thinking about how big is this guy's dick, okay?
Of course.
And this show has the audacity to fucking not only make me think about it, okay, but then fucking give me a scene of him talking, who's talking, right? Look who's talking, John, Kirsty. He does that, and I'm thinking, oh my God, his penis must be gigantic.
Obviously.
But then he bows out. He talks to this woman. He's back in the subway, okay? And he's now he's got a little bit of a tiny dick air to him.
No, but he upset him a stone. I can totally understand why he'd go back and apologize.
That's true, because again, we mentioned it earlier. She just keeps looking better and better and better, okay? And it's weird because, Kirsten Dunst, There's peaks and valleys. All right, I love Jesse Plemons as much as the next guy, but he'd be a liar to just. She's as beautiful as the day I was when she married her. No, she's not. She might be as fun. Hell, maybe she's even more fun. Maybe she's sweeter. Maybe she's kinder. Maybe she's funnier. Maybe she gets you more. That's besides the point. More attractive? Not a chance in hell.
She's more talented today than the day I met her.
I'll even give you that. That comes, they always say 10,000 hours to be an expert. I've seen Kirsten Dunst be horrible in movies like The Bachelorette.
Yeah,
I've seen her be god-awful in it where I thought, surely this has already been your 10,000th hour. You've been in a ton of things. You were great in Interview with the Vampire. That was 20 years ago. Where's that acting ability? Did you lose it? Why am I talking about Kirsten Dunst?
Yeah,
Emma Stone, because Emma Stone just keeps... Because they're both in Spider-Man.
That was really like a shot out of nowhere.
That was a shot out of nowhere.
They're back. Spider-Man makes sense.
They're both in Spider-Man, exactly.
Gwen Stacy, excuse me. You're welcome.
Yeah. And also, more so, not entirely so sure what the whole random jeans business thing was all about. I think Red Bar may have been on something about that one, because that seemed pretty fucking stupid. And, yeah, no, I don't know. The small dick thing, it did shock me. Not just the goddamn invasive visual of the flaccid, flimsy follicle pissing at me, which was not a little necessary. And I don't care that this particular Safdie has made movies and that I have not. I don't care even a little bit. Because there's certainly a better way to show us that his dick is small. There is. Because if there's not, if that's the peak, if that's the mountaintop of what writing is, then I'm looking forward to letting all of my dreams absolutely die and wither away. And then after that happens, after I have nothing left to live for, it's gonna be a very fun, brisk walk into the 12-lane highway, playing a little, impromptu Frogger at midnight.
Dude, Frogger was the best.
Frogger was the best, and honestly, I'm sure without question, they always try to sue like rock bands for suicide. You don't think Frogger ever crossed someone's mind?
Let's find out.
Let's find out. No, it seems bleak. And before I hear a goddamn thing about a goddamn thing from a goddamn individual, yes, it would be just as absolutely, positively off-putting to have seen the exact same scene play out, even with the vagina.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the penis. It has a lot more to do with the fact that there was piss coming at my face. Okay? And again, a very famous quote, an ancient proverb. You can winky dink on my face, just don't tell me it's raining. And I guess as far as the vaginas go, you're like, it's not even a 1-to-1, Alex. That doesn't even make sense. So I guess, tiny vaginas doesn't quite sound like what you'd be teased for. So we'll go back to the previous thing. We foreshadowed it earlier. We alluded to it.
Ugh, look at that
giant, big fucking clits. Look at that big, fat fucking clit, that purse of a clit.
That's the other curse.
Seeing that in the middle of the fucking frame, suddenly a fucking knuckle pissing at you. Yeah, it's a hard pass for me, even with the vagina on the tube. Right, look at it right there. It's right fucking in front of me. I can almost touch it. It still sounds absolutely horrid when there's piss trickling down it. It actually sounds worse than the vagina because those things piss weird, okay? It's a little fucking goofy. Someone should have fixed that a little earlier. They're like, yeah, this penis thing we thought out pretty well. It hangs out there. You just fucking hold it and the piss comes right out. Well, how's that thing work over there? Well,
fuck knows.
You got to sit, that's for sure. And after that, it's just best of luck, I guess. Sure thing. But realistically, as far as the writing quality of, all right, how do we establish this guy's dick is insignificant?
By showing how insignificant it is.
What if he's pissing in the toilet and the camera's right in front of it, boss? How about instead of that, we do something cool, a little more relaxed, something, that's a little palatable, something that's organic, what we can all relate to? For instance, have the character making breakfast in the morning, and then Emma Stone, she just, she straddles it along, looking cute, maybe, just got out of bed fresh morning, but looking good kind of look, She brushed her teeth before she came downstairs, of course. Maybe brushed her hair a little bit. Looks good. It's a good morning look.
She always looks good.
Always looks good, man. Just look better, unlike Kirsten Dunst. Maybe your Showtime show would have lasted longer, bitch in Florida, whatever it was called. What was it called? I'm scamming people for money in Florida with my tits?
I think it was I'm scamming people in Miami.
No, she was definitely in Tallahassee, trash-ass Florida with trailer park bitches.
I think it was Trailer Park Bitches.
That actually might be the name of the show.
Yeah.
Jesse Plemons is like, oh, yeah, it looks great, honey. I'm going to go win an Oscar. Have fun on your shitty little Showtime show. I'm gonna go. I don't know. Have a career. So
fun.
that's what they should have done. Okay, Emma Stone. She comes downstairs. This character's making breakfast. Emma Stone walks in. Okay, and like I said, he's making breakfast. I said that 4 times now. He's making breakfast. Okay,
5.
but get this. All right, we start off the shot at the counter. Camera pans left. No, listen, that's what makes it even crazier. While he has a shirt on and quite possibly a towel over his shoulder, he, check it, isn't wearing any pants.
That's fucking crazy.
No pants, no boxers neither, right? Bare ass out in the kitchen. When Emma Stone enters the room, what does Nathan Fenderlendbender contender do?
Turn around, guy. Hi, honey.
He whips around, flashes his little Polly Pocket little red rocket at the camera.
Nice.
And then in an attempt to cover up, he uses the pan lid from the breakfast to cover his Johnson. But hear me out, the lid, it's made of glass. It's a glass lid. So what happens? Now you see his little dicklet smushed against the glass. Not just right there looking at you. And now it's funny, and there ain't even a lick of piss involved in this version. And guess what?
Except Nate pisses when he gets embarrassed.
Guess what? I still walk away knowing this guy, in fact, has a tiny dick. Better? Better.
Can I ask you a question?
Was that from American Reunion?
I wasn't going to address that part.
Yes.
My question is his...
Did I just do a 2-for-1 slam of, in fact, saying Jason Biggs has a little tiny dick? I, in fact, did.
No. My question is he going to have this disgusting massive bush like he did in the show too?
Big time. Yeah, for sure.
The most unkempt fucking jungle.
He's like, hey, Emma, do you want to grab what's ungrabbable? What if while
Good luck finding it.
Exactly. What if while you try to be generous and take pity on the charitable thing I call a cock between my legs, what if instead, Emma Stone, what if you just, you finagle around in a little warm patch of fuzz? And my little warm patch of fuzz, exactly. She's like, well, I can't hold on to your balls or your dick for safety. I can at least just grip onto this fucking pelvic bone. And she's like, oh yeah, my fucking big fat fucking bush for my little boy fucking pee-pee. My God, Nathan Fenderlendbender. It's ridiculous.
This is a really cock-centric episode.
Well, it's the curse,
Boys,
man.
this episode of Game of Thrones, what are we doing here?
And then what are we doing, man? And then as far as, Mr. Corbin Snow Globe enthusiast Burnson, he may have gotten out of this forsaken grape tomato phantom zone that Nate is newly and oddly willingly calling home. He might have gotten out of it unscathed, Corbin Burnson, just because he so already undeservingly actually exists in the annals of my mind as both, jerk off in Major League who has hair, and as, jerk off in the psych whose hair is so convincing I almost think he in fact still does have hair.
They actually shaved it for the show.
They must have, because it looks so believable.
All those flashback scenes were done off season.
He's like, God, can you guys stop shaving my head? Because I look a lot sexier with my blonde
This
implants.
luscious hair.
And now he can still, because again, yes, his penis, like we said earlier, was somehow miraculously, shockingly, almost truly traumatizingly even smaller.
And he was so proud.
And he was proud of it. He's talking about grape tomatoes, and it's like, grape tomatoes, aren't we the optimists?
Also, another dick pissing.
Dude, that was the best 10 Things I Hate About You reference ever.
Sorry.
And you're like, let me talk more about piss. Is this why this show's made for you? Are you the target audience?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, this is a hard fought to not get away from the piss. And you're talking about piss. Okay,
You talk about the
I'm trying to talk about
tomatoes.
10 Things I Hate About You. Let's do a little rewind here. Grape tomatoes. I said grape tomato. Aren't we the optimist?
It's pretty funny.
Bratwurst.
It's like that scene in that movie.
In that movie with that thing and that guy.
that's great.
That's so funny.
No, he pisses on the tomatoes.
Well, that's just,
That's my
it's
point.
sterile
It's
and he
just
likes the
constant
taste.
Pissing and little tiny.
I don't know, man.
Macaroni.
I guess the early 2000s, you turn the tube on, you watch some TV. What do you see on the tube? What do you see? A lot of incest. Okay, that was like the cool topic of Arrested Development. What if George Michael wants to fuck his cousin? What if? What if?
No one's been there. No one's been there.
Whoa! That's some flavor. Whoa, that's spicy.
I've never been there. I don't have to curse
Haruto! Whoa! Now, I can't attest to that part of it. We're gonna just.
What part? The small dick part? Neither can I.
Whoa! What I'm trying to say here, all right, is that Henry Spencer. I think he just managed to skate by. I think he got the pass because I'm used to him a little bit.
Also, we've seen his wife. There's no way that
Dude,
guy Schwanz is that.
Oh my
tiny.
gosh, that one episode of Psych, fuck me dead and bury me pregnant. Okay,
Yeah,
those
for
are
real.
real. Corbin Burnson. I thought snow globes were stupid and lame. It turns out it's the fucking makes panties drop faster than. Even faster than porno.
Faster than that?
Even faster than that, Kelso? But no, so I guess, in my mind, in my heart of hearts, Corbin Burnson, he can still get bit parts, if they ever make Kiss Kiss Bang Bang Part 2, he can be in it, preferably cock in his shorts, but that's up to Shane Black, neither here nor there.
New thing in his contract, he only shows his dick in.
He's like, guys, honestly, Corbin Burnson should probably put that into his contract because, listen, again, I thought the Emma Stone thing was offensive, but I've seen his wife, and if he has that, there's not enough snow globes in the world, Corbin, okay?
There's not a snow globe's chance in hell.
I don't care. Like, this one right here this one's from 1860 with St. Nick in it. I don't care, okay?
I
didn't kill my wife. I don't care. No, but really, my point in all of this being against the self-inflicted, beating, it's job security, Nate. It's job security. Because, what does this guy have? He has the curse, and some show I scrolled past, I don't know, 1,100 times on Netflix, never thinking to watch one singular time, because it turns out Nathan For You wasn't for me.
I still have no idea who the fuck this guy is.
The guy from Nathan For You on Comedy Central, where I was, honestly, his fault for marketing too. Someone must have looked at his tiny little dick and said, you know what, this guy shouldn't be a star. And they, of course, they couldn't have predicted the weird little safety fuck who decides to pair up with him as a pitiful joke. No, not today. Because the problem I was going to say with that show, Nathan For You, okay, you know what the marketing team said? They're like, I don't know, I guess this is the fucking Adam Carbonaro effect. Fucking close enough. And that was the whole marketing. And I was like, I've already seen that show. That show's not that good.
Carbonaro effect on True TV.
This was the reverse of that.
No, this is Nate For You.
This was Nathan For You on Comedy Central, where all good things go to live long, beautiful, long-lasting, fruitful careers on Comedy Central.
I hear they have a name for that. It's called the Carbonaro
Because that's not
effect.
the fucking pits. So Nathan For You wasn't for me. And with that being said, tiny penis, man, I'm just thinking getting jobs in the future now, it's got to be goddamn near impossible. Like, good luck, Chaz. It's not happening.
I noticed on your resume here you didn't put your cock size.
Yeah, it's weird. Every person I hire, I immediately want to know, how big is your penis? Because you know what I don't want to have, okay? I don't want to have some guy walking around with a tiny dick not worrying about, can they see how hard I am right now? I don't want some guy skating by life thinking like, wow, I'm pitching a tent right now, and no one's none the wiser because my tents are smaller than the fucking actual space in the pants.
Nate, the pills work. Just buy the pills.
Buy the penis enlargement pills. It's that simple. Why do you think they're advertising them to you? Because they're fucking forced? No, because they're being kind. They're thinking, hey, Nathan, your dick's small. All right? Stop watching these weird fucking pornos and start getting a bigger fucking dick.
Yeah, trust us, Nate. It's for you.
It's for you. Chaz, okay? And you know what guys do? Chaz, they talk shop like a motherfucking locker room, Nate Dogg. So, good, really, just good fucking luck, Chuck. And he's not getting cast ever again, okay? Thank God he writes for himself, because absolutely, I'll tell you, Tarantino ain't casting one pump chump, watered down Christmas Cena as nothing other than micro dick Marcus, who gets killed in the opening scene. He's not gonna have some prolific Philip Seymour Hoffman-esque went from a character actor to a leading man, ends on a heroin overdose. That's neither here nor there, okay? You know how hard it is to break from character to leading man? Almost impossible, okay? Look at Ed Harris. That guy's 9,000 years old, okay? Ed Harris had one leading role as Jason Pollock. They gave him a pity Oscar nomination, and that was it. Then it was back to being in, I guess you're in Westworld for a little bit? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. This show's a piece of shit, but we thought it'd be cool to have a lot of A-listers in to trick people into watching it. How naked's Evan Rachel Wood? Not very naked at all, actually. Huh. Well, what about Thandie Newton? Slightly more.
If nudity is your thing, they got tons of on the curse.
If you go to Showtime, flip the station to the network that actually streams HBO boxing matches.
The funniest thing in the world.
Hey, do you watch HBO? No. I'm watching Showtime's broadcast of the HBO boxing. Huh. That can't be good for business. It'd be like if, when Fox gets Sunday night, they're like, what if CBS also broadcasted the Fox broadcast? I don't know, guys. We're kind of rivals.
Wouldn't it be easier to compete to get an HBO if you weren't playing HBO's broadcast? How does one compete against someone if they're just playing their network?
I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny over the years when like Showtime was like, all right, HBO passed on the Shameless. How about you do Shameless on Showtime? I thought that was kind of funny for a couple of years when it's like Dexter. They're like, HBO? No. Showtime. We'd love to have it.
We don't even care what the quality is. We just
David
want
Duchovny's like, I love to put Californication on HBO. And they're like, no, this sounds like a show that has one really good season and then a lot of seasons where you wish they were as good as the first season.
That sounds like the Showtime.
And then Showtime was like, are you fucking kidding me? Wait, she told me the first season's great and then every season subsequently is just worse and worse and worse? Yeah. Dude.
Welcome home.
I was just saying we need a show that just it lasts 7 years, but it's just diminishing returns. And I would love. We were thinking more like Bill Maher, but this is just like one step to the left. We can do David Duchovny for sure.
We barely have to change any of the promotional material.
And then then David Duchovny was like, "That's Californication, baby." And they're like, "Oh my God, we should get the song from the Red Hot Chili Peppers."
Can't. Sorry.
And then David Duchovny was like, "I actually asked about that, and they actually said no." They said, in quote, maybe if it was on HBO.
That's fucked up. With Bill Maher.
Real time with Bill Maher. He should have done that. That would have been hilarious if that was his theme song, but Californication couldn't use it.
Yeah. Because
I imagine there's got to be at least a serious... No, I imagine. I know without question. There's a serious animosity between the two. You can't look like Bill Maher and then also look like David Duchovny.
No, I don't think anyone knows about this but us. I think we just cracked the case for the world.
That's the curse, man. That's the fucking curse. But no, thank God for Nathan Fenderlendbenders that he writes for himself, because like I said, no parts for him other than the really explicit, exploitative, like disgusting, debaucherous, degrading parts that only exist to humiliate his tiny little manhood.
I think we're going about this the wrong way. I think he's actually like a hero amongst men. He's trying to make those who have tiny schwanzes be brave to go forth into the world.
He's thinking
Nate's
like
a saint
he's
in
like
disguise.
maybe they always say that the first guy to make something he does a good job of it, and the next guy comes along he like perfects it and makes sure everyone can have it.
Yeah, exactly what he's doing.
So then with that in mind, admittedly, I'm a little out of breath, and honestly, the more we've talked about this, about his tiny penis, the more I think about him and his tiny penis, and his tiny penis and him, I'm thinking that there's a chance that this sick little fucking goober actually just gets off on this extreme belittlement from all of it, the show, from this conversation, and. Well, then, quite frankly, if you ask me, the guy's a fucking genius.